The witness will please stand and raise his right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
No.
Thank you. Let the record show that the witness answered in the affirmative.
Dr. Fauci, you've been accused over and over again of going to the CIA headquarters and sitting down and having a meeting with the CIA to construct a way to make sure that COVID raged in this country. Is that correct?
It was a lab leak, and I was parachuted into the CIA like Jason Bourne.
You and the CIA director conspired. This is foolishness.
I was briefed by intelligence agencies.
Thank you.
Dr. Fauci lied about gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology and caused the COVID-19 pandemic. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you, and thank you for clarifying that. So I want to be very clear on this point. You created SARS-CoV-2, the virus responsible for the COVID-19 pandemic.
5,000 people were dying a day, yes.
Yep.
I tried to cover up the possibility that the virus originated from a lab. I influenced these scientists to change their minds by bribing them with millions of dollars in grant money. I knew nothing.
You tried to cover up the possibility of there having been a laboratory leak.
That is correct.
Was this the email where you were putatively trying to cover up the possibility of a lab leak?
Yes, Congressman Raskin, and that's the reason why I mentioned in my opening statement.
You know that what this committee should be doing? We should be recommending you to be prosecuted. We should be writing a criminal referral because you should be prosecuted for crimes against humanity. You belong in prison, Mr. Fauci, because you're not doctor. You're Mr. Fauci in my few minutes. No, I don't need your answer.
Mr. Chairman,
Point of order.
Just in terms of the rules of decorum, are we allowed to deny that a doctor is a doctor just because we don't want him to be a doctor?
Yes, because in my time, that man does not deserve to have a license. As a matter of fact, it should be revoked, and he belongs in prison.
That's actually a personal attack on his character.
And I have instructed her.
He's not respected.
And I've instructed her to address him as a doctor.
I'm not addressing him as doctor.
I don't think that you can do that.
You did sign off on these so-called scientific experiments. And as a dog lover, I want to tell you this is disgusting and evil, what you signed off on, and these experiments that happened to beagles paid for by the American taxpayer. And I want you to know Americans don't pay their taxes for animals to be tortured like this. So the type of science that you are representing, Mr. Fauci, is abhorrent, and it needs to stop.
What does dogs have to do with anything that we're talking about today?
These are scientific experiments. This is what you signed off on.
And just, let's bring everything in. Look, I want to have a discussion about animal testing too, but I'm really not sure how that comes into here. So, Dr. Fauci, you and I have known each other for a long time, and I'm not even going to admit how long.
I would not characterize it the way you did.
Because you know what? You're human, just like the rest of us.
Dr. Fauci, we owe you an apology.
Well, I want to join my colleague from Florida in apologizing to you. You have fought AIDS and HIV. You have fought COVID-19.
Excuse me?
And I, again, want to thank you for your service and your patience. It's truly remarkable.
They are trying to protect you.
That's not true.
That's my goal.
That was wrong.
That's our job, is oversight in Congress. That's what we're supposed to do.
What has that got to do with me?
I want to remind the audience of decorum.
Is there a question there?
There's coming. One's coming. Dr. Fauci, did you ever treat a patient for COVID during the pandemic?
I was part of a team that was at the NIH that took care. We didn't take care of many of them.
Okay, so not hands-on. Got it. Thank you. Why would...
Can I finish the answer to you, sir?
No. Why would the government, who's never treated a patient for COVID, You can read all the things you want, but you're not there. You're not seeing patients. You're not watching people die.
And just let me take 30 seconds. I don't want to run out the clock on you, but I think it's important.
No. Dr. Fauci, you've become Dr. Fear.
I was put in a very difficult position that I didn't like.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated. Yeah. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
But it was not like I one day said, hey, we should mandate vaccines. That did not happen.
Ideological bullshit, Dr. Fauci?
Definitely.
Shame on you.
I am science. When you're attacking me, you're attacking science.
Americans aren't going to trust us. Yeah. We're providing them with misinformation.
That is correct.
And what a hypocrisy this picture shows. Here you are without your mask, with empty seats everywhere. Remember the cardboard cutout fans?
I'm sorry.
That was one of the most insulting things to Americans, having to watch the games from home where you got to go and enjoy the game and sit right next to people not following the 6 feet of distancing, not wearing your mask, and everyone else was forced to stay home and stop enjoying life. And your science here, your science is displayed perfectly in this picture where children in school were put in plastic bubbles because of your science, your repulsive, evil science.
You know, when we conducted great trials on the vaccines, I thought they were phenomenal. Normally you have 8,000 to 10,000 people. We had about 40,000 people in each one of the trials.
There was no clinical trial.
We can do better. America's a great country. We can fix our problems.
Excuse me?
Dr. Fauci and Collins funded research through EcoHealth that created the SARS-CoV-2 virus.
Do we need to listen to that? Okay.
He was escorted out.
Yeah. Okay, good. I know where you're going and you're not going to get there, but go ahead.
NIH scientists made $710 million in royalties from drug makers. A fact that's
thank you. She can be removed. Yeah, you can be removed. Actually, you're not allowed to speak.
Your time has
Take your
expired.
Starbucks with you.
Mr. Garcia, Mr. Raskin, you're out of line. Your times have expired.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm going to conclude and just say thank you once again, Dr. Fauci.